Okay, I think we are live now. Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Good evening. Let's just wait few minutes so that everybody can join. Hey guys, tell everyone to join this amazing workshop. Okay. Till then let's have some chit chat in the comment section. Hi Shahan. Hi everyone. Okay. Let's just start with the workshop. So hi guys, I am Mashika Khandelwal from Geeks for Geeks and your host for today. So first of all, let me welcome you all to in this workshop, which is Solving for India Hackathon series. Geeks for Geeks, in collaboration with Google Cloud and AMD, is proud to present Solving for India, a Pan-India Hackathon. Don't miss this exciting opportunity to showcase your skill and work on innovative projects that can make a real difference. If you want to know more, we have mentioned the link in the description. Just go and check the website. So today with us we have Neelam Pawar, who is customer engineer at Google Cloud. And today's topic to discuss is empowering agrotech innovations with GCP. So without any further delay, let's welcome Neelam. Hey, hi Neelam, how are you?
Hey, hi Misika, good evening. I'm fine. Sorry, I am having bad throat today. I just got fever due
Oh,
to this flu.
okay, no, yeah, no issues. Yeah.
So,
So, Neelam, over to you. Just give a brief introduction about yourself to our audience, and now it's up to you. So, over to you,
sure.
Neelam.
Yeah. Hey, hi everyone. So, I am Neelam Pawar and I work as a cloud solution architect in Google Cloud. And I basically work with a digital native startup that comes with mobile first approach. And like agri-tech is very major focus industry in terms of Google. Like we have specifically even R&D team that is trying to solve specific in India specific agriculture problem. So I will be giving details about what are the possibilities you can have within agri-tech, and even like within the last year budget also there was some good announcement, so that further encourage Indian startup to work in this space. Earlier it was like the unit economics will be not as per the startup, but by giving all these policies and all that, everybody is like eager to work on agri-tech. So with that, let me bring my slides. I am sharing my screen. And first, I will be covering around 40 minutes specific to what are the possibilities we have in agritech. And then for 10 minutes, we will be having specific AMD guide there, how you can leverage AMD resources into solving agritech problem. And then we will be opening for last 15 minutes for questions if anybody have any. So my screen is visible, right? Yeah, Misika? Hello? Hello?
Hello. Yeah, Neelam, your screen is
Okay.
visible.
Okay, sure. So agenda I have already told like what, and I will be giving some case study like with our like there are some example customer we are closely working with that directed to the specific to in India territory only. So in terms of agriculture, like agriculture is most unrecognized workforce there we work. Like if we go by specific stats, then in India, specific to India only, around 70% workforce work into the agriculture area. But out of this, like the contribution in GDP is like going down day by day. In every year, the budget agriculture contribution is going down. Now this is around 19% only, but workforce percentage is 17. And this is the expectation, like world population is going day by day. Like in India also we have around 144 people, 40 crore people, but land is still there. And if you compare the specific stats, like your grandfather was able to get that nutrients from one orange, now you have to eat 12 orange to get that nutrients from the orange. Why this? Because soil quality also get degrading. And then if you see this number, by specific to 50 2050, we will be having to increase our food production by 68%. There is like there should be some innovative way there we can grow the food quantity, but not to like compromise on the quality. Like it should be organically grown. We should able to manage soil qualities as well. So these are specific things we have to work while taking care of the existing population growth as well. And specific to the artificial intelligence, around there will be like 28% global market share will be like clearly aligned with the using AI into agriculture. If even in your surrounding as well, like you see the example like the specific there is like kesar agriculture is grown only into specific to the cold areas in Kashmir, but in UP they have grown into one house as all. And what they have done, they have maintained the temperature into that area. So you have to think innovative to meet all the that this food demands as well. And these are specific industry challenges. So in term of monetary issues, so they farmers like they have seasonal income just 2 time when they sell their crops, they have that fixed amount. But in that also, like if they go for the loan, they don't find any bank funding them. There is no lending proper lending platform for them. As per the RBI, 40% loan should be given to the in terms of like complete portfolio. So 40% should be given to the Agritech or farmers as well. But as of now, their growth is like if you compare it, it is very way less than the 40%. Only 8 to 10% from like farmers get the actual loans from the bank. So there are lot of middlemen, and now they are growing into this area. There are lending lending banks are also coming into picture. So based on the past history, because they closely work with the farmer and they work in the community specific thing. So there they just give the lending to one owner. Like in village there will be one person, and then they will be giving lending amount to that will be act as a guarantor. And then they can further he can distribute that it to farmers as well. But there is no direct way that you can disperse loan to the farmers. And then specific to the information and infrastructure, so farmers are not aware. They are way aware about only traditional way of doing the agriculture. They are not aware like any specific like water, what will be the if they grow one crop like they are growing cotton, so what should be the best time to give the water, what is the best time to use the fertilizers, if any insecticide, if any pests are there, what insecticide in what quantity should be used in that field. So the farmers are not aware. So some are working into this advisory like farmer advisory. So there are startup who are trying to solve this problem based on weather forecast. And now there are services there they can remotely monitor based on the like specific AI Google Earth engine. I will be taking care of in the next session, in later in this session as well, how they can remotely measure like specific what is the stage of that crop, it is good to grow, give the water or use a fertilizer at this stage. Then specific to the environmental degradation, so if you see lot of the issue like in the near to Diwali, there will be too much advisory given to like pollution. This is coming from the fodder get burned into Punjab and Haryana. But that is why they are doing. Are they provided some resource that is like are they providing any specific fertilizer that can dissolve them? So in terms of like water dissolvable fire like specific fertilizers you are giving that help to them decompose automatically, so they don't have to burn. And then specific to the soil quality, how you that is going to degrade day by day, how you just use maintain the soil texture quality of the soil as well. What type of crop, like specific in your childhood we have heard about crop rotation. So are you following proper crop rotation, like you are growing wheat this season, and next year you are growing to grow specific crops that will need take not take too much nutrients, just like wheat does. So that will give the enough time in one cycle, the soil will get enough time to heal themselves. So are you following that best practice? Like suppose in the rice, what are the other things I can grow? With the wheat, what are the other things I can grow? That, like, even if you are growing peas, then specific to, like, I can grow potatoes side by side of wheat as well. So in that case I will be maintain the texture of the soil. So there are some specific experiment research industry work on this. And then comes to the climate risk. This is day by day, like everybody, like El Nino effect, everybody is now hearing this will be El Nino effect, like it will be too much, the temperature will be increased too much as compared to the normal season. Like if in you compare now as well, specific to this February or March, this is way high temperature. And in that case, if in the wheat, this is wheat sowing period, so in that period, if there is too much temperature in this area, and that is time they ripe, and so seeds will be not having enough moisture because of this heat. So there are climate stuff as well, there we have to protect the farmers so they are able to sustain that, like any proper insurance is given, any proper advisory is given. And that's why, like any climate risk, are you catering? So that specific thing also, like the startups are working. And then the food security, specific to like how you providing, like we produce the, like recently example happened in the Simla, like they just have produced apples, like with the Adani they have done some partnership. Adani has done some, like taken over some control over that particular apple farm. And everybody thought like this is the season and they will be just taking all the apples and putting all them in the trucks. But specific, while transportation to Delhi or another area, there were like some rule and regulation. There is 9 trucks only allowed at this particular this bridge only, or there was some restriction on that. So what happened, the old truck gets stalled, and the apple or any other fruit that were having, that got spoiled in that while transportation itself. So you have to manage, like you are producing, so there it's enough specific, like you are protecting this for the future use as well. Like this season, like wheat has grown good, so make sure you have cold storage system to protect that whenever you need. So there you don't have to export, so you have the food whenever you need that. So you have proper transportation and storage mechanism. So there are specific startup works on that. They manage their warehouse 24 cross 7. They installed IoT devices, real time analytics, any they see any rat or any other entry in that, then they take actions. And they specific, like in terms of soil as well. So there are sensor there, they see the, like what is the quality or moisture content of that soil as well. So all these are working in that stuff, like in terms of climate and all, they cater all the specific issue that we have mentioned. So these are like the things that startup are thinking to work in to solve this problem. So you either can take any of this problem and think how you can solve that problem innovatively. And this is like specific to the food supply chain. Food, like in 40% of food produced in India is wasted every year due to fragmented and inefficient supply chain system. So the transportation, that I Apple case I have told, so these are like the due to the specific to the storage and the supply chain issues that get spoiled while transportation as well. And why to work, this is good time to for agri-tech startup to work, is like as of now, if you see the environmental condition, all are pushing specific, like you have to think innovatively as of now. If you will not work, then the soil texture by 2050 will be too bad. You will be growing, but that food that you will be growing is not providing any nutrients. And then comes specific technologies. So like as of now, if you go any startup who want to know a crop disease detection, so I get bunch of images from farmers, they upload, and I need then a tech that can run machine learning model by himself, detecting like there is anomaly in this picture that seems type to be a disease to me, and I can immediately take action and advise to the farmers, this seems to be a like specific insects, and you should use this fertilizers. There is like too much infrastructure required to train this train the model or AI model specific on these number of pictures as well. And then specific to weather forecasting. So in weather forecasting, there is like, we every time hear like everywhere, like in terms of IMD as well, the weather forecasting is not so accurate. So how like we call is like some customer mention is statement of truth. So how like whatever the weather forecasting we are providing, how accurate that were. So in future we can take like this is the weather forecasting, but it seems like weather forecasting was 90% accurate only, so there is 10% error. There we should work how to minimize the loss in that 10% as well. And then specific to policies, so last year budget Indian ministry has allowed like you can use drones. They just fund, they will fund specific drones budget as well. And specific to the like they have created like given farmers fixed income as well. And then they are working to make a stack like just like UPI. So for agriculture also they are making working with closely with all statement, so that they can digitize the land records. As of now most problem is like lending or any specific any company that who want to work with farmers closely, they don't have data to work on either. Like it will be like, and day by day again segmentation is done. So one field like it get transferred to you have four brothers, then that will get divided into four. So, and land size is going day by day decreasing as well. So to cater all this problem, so the government is working this specific problem statement to digitize all their code. And in one in south is like Telangana, they have done very good job in terms of digitization of record. So specific to the like farmer, they can go and check specific like in this area who is the owner, and like Google is also co-building that solution. And there you can check specific thing like what is the water resource surrounding that agriculture, and what is in that particular area, what is the shape, what is the stage of crops. So that specific things the government is driving as well. And then they have like full support in terms of like agriculture ministries as well, and they have given directives to the specific like if you want to do soil testing for your farms, then state they have given directive to the states. And farmers can like there are contract workers working with the each state government, they collect samples and then do the lab testing and provide samples to the farmer, the result to the farmer and advise them as well. And lot of budget is spent on that as well. Just like health, this is also a priority for government. So that's why this is good time, you will get full support from government, state government. The state government are ready to fund this. And this is like major role. These are the things there you can work: financing, loan lending, specific how what are the different features like you can have in provide to the banks, so they are ready to fund that particular farmers as well. So you can build a lending platform like what are the different based on the farmer last sown crops, their income, or any like quality like in terms of like quality of the farms he owned. So there are bunch of parameter you train and then provide a dashboard to the bank. They can decide out what type of like what exact what amount of loan they can lend to that particular farmer. And there are bunch of startup based out of north, they are working very good with the states in this, and lot of private banks also closely working with them. Then comes to the farmer inputs. So farmer inputs is like you can have like if you have their manufacturing facilities, then good quality of seeds you grow like for wheat, like the seeds are grown at different field, so you should maintain that quality. And specific to the like other seeds as well, high grown quality seeds. And then specific to the fertilizer, insecticides, all these things you can have bunch of. Like as of now farmers are dependent on the like middleman in the cities, they go and they just simply rely on that. But you can provide a platform where there you can directly interact with farmers. And then farming, all the specific like bunch of tools like farming as a service. So there are some startup working in farming as a service. They provide all the tools, like a small farmer can't own it and can't afford to own a tractor and the machinery, but he can take on the rent specific for the 2 or 3 days. And then there are startups like who are working very closely with them. And specific to the like there are farmers selling and distribution, so they take specific crops or like yield from the farmers, and they store into cold storage, and based on that they give some like chits as a they farmers can use as a specific for the like lending as well. So they provide that guarantee like you have my crop yield stored at your store, and we can avail some financial help from you. And then they are working in that like based on the amount type and what is the product looks across the global stuff. So they provide lending to the farmers, and then they connect to the specific to the international market as well. They directly with the big warehouses who directly with the exporters. And specific to that, so in they provide guideline to farmers in terms of packing quality, when is like what should be the moisture content in that. So all the proper sorting algorithm, this is the size, then you can get this cost. So all this sort of like advisory, they closely work with the farmers, and they act as a middleman to connect with them exporters as well. And then specific to the I mentioned like why for agri-tech Google is the best cloud to work. So if you see the farmer journey, so he starts like crop selection. So in terms of crop selection, what will be the best crop I should grow into my field? Do I know the soil content? And this is like soil preparation and evaluation, so I want to know the qualities and all that. So in terms of like soil preparation and crop selection, based on the like we are working with Hindustan Unilever to find out the low cost sensor to find out the quality of the soil that you are growing. And in Telangana it's almost live, we have lot of field workers that are working directly. And then specific to the seeds and fertilizer, are you able to like provide any specific things? So if you are a business, so in that case how you will be connect to the farmers? So in Google itself, like you create your my store or my business, even like you are a small shop owner as well, you can provide that stuff. And in the farmers, like if most of the like 400 people in million people in tier 2 and tier 3 city are mobile users. And so what they do, like if they go and search the specific seed and fertilizers, they just like search behavior. Then in my business, you can show your product to them, and you can just pull your even inventory as well. That is free of cost to every business owner who want to take their business digitally. And then showing and growing, there are like specific weather forecast, like any announcement need to be done. So any specific Google Maps there, you want to leverage any feature in terms of maps. And then we have advisory services, how notifications you can be sent. So if you are having your infrastructure, how you easily can send to the specific to the farmers. That is like our backbone is so strong that most of like where your YouTube is accessible, the farmers will be get their will be able to get their notification. So that is our backbone around the world. And then specific to the harvest and quality check, so you can easily deploy based on the like you are a startup and you think like I should work on this startup specific to the idea about like how the different, like in wheat mustard there are different type of quality. So if my wheat is this size or rice is this size, it should be used to export. And it should be like if this quality, this should be used into another like cheaper cost packaging and all that. So you can do that segregation, and you can train machine learning model. You have to just use the pictures, and then based on that your machine learning will able to identify, and you just connect with the your uh, firmware, like any device you want to develop for that sorting, and that whatever like trigger you define, your machine learning will execute that workflow. and specific to the clouds, cold storage and financing. So we have, like, if you are a warehouse and you want to monitor specific to the like real time analysis of your all the warehouses, like you are a warehouse provider across all states of India and you have 200 warehouses. Like I worked with a one customer who was having 2000 warehouses, and they want to at real time they want to analyze the telemetry from the security cameras. There is no anomaly happen, and if happen remotely they want to call to that guy, like this looks to be some suspicious activity, can you look into this, any specific fire, flood, or like any animals entered into that particular storage like rats. So they're specific, like we have our infrastructure that you host onto your premise as well, Google distributed cloud, and you can attach GPU to train this amount at large amount of data as well. And then selling is like you can have on Google My Business, and specific to the like any product, like you can make an app as well that I will be discussing, low code app. You can directly, without like you don't have any programming language expertise, you can make your app to connect with your customers. Now comes to the like specific to the Google farmers food chain. So we work with the discovery, product start, like if you are working as a startup to help these people, so we have them to like engagement from directly store, like I want to try something specific to the seeds, like if you go and search specific seeds for your garden as well, you go to Google and then Google will give you all the list. But if your store is there, it you can directly connect with the store as well. And then comes to the your conversion, so how you can easily communicate with the farmer. So whatever services we provide, that is targeting next billion user literacy level as well. If you want your farmers on UP, then they will be not able to understand English, how your app is easily convertible into the states you go. So that is like we have lot of language conversation, just like with the Google search, we have the same is available as a API to be leveraged. And then comes to the checkout retention. So in terms of retention, you just find out like specific GPay is there. Lot of the farmers, if you don't have any specific account, then they can leverage GPay, and you can send even notification to farmer on the mobile, like this is your due, like if you are a provider itself. And then delivery is like specific to the, you can make app as well, and you can track, like if you are a business who is providing fertilizers to the farmers, then in that case you can have your in map like tracking at the house level, like latitude and longitude, at the village also they will able to track very easily. And specific to the like large scale data, so there is like we have lot of like as a startup, you need data set to train your model. So we have available this specific to this data, we have Landsat and Sentinel data available free of cost to train your model. You have to just go in the BigQuery and use the public data sets. If you go specific to the like Google Earth Engine, so you just enable, I can show this on specific how to leverage Google Earth Engine as well. If you go to the Google Earth Engine, you have enable this as a API. Like if you go here in Google Cloud Console, you just enable Google Earth Engine. So this is like this specific Google Earth Engine API is available, and at pixel level data you will be able to analyze. And within that accuracy will be 3 meters. But if you want more accurate data to be there, we have partner there, like you can have like at centimeter level resolution as well. This is like specific to the like how this Earth Engine will be helpful. Like I am building a machine learning model to for the banks to lend the farmers, then specific to the area, this is available using API as well, you can build in your application as well. At particular level itself, you will be able to see what is the size of crop, what is the stage that look like, so you can leverage that specific this landscape into your machine learning model at real time. And then comes to the they can further zoom and see the surrounding, what is the like other water resource and other as well. And we are working on features to specific show the India specific continent. We will show the soil quantity as well, like what is type of soil quality there, and what is the moisture content in that soil as well. These are specific like go engine, and then integrate your API into specific applications. Now comes to the this is like a very easily importable data sets and machine learning model as well. And this is like in terms of how you interact with the specific farmers, like digital literacy is not level of the tier 1 and tier 2. So there should be like specific crop photos. So like they might be not having high end devices. So how you help them? So there is like our Google Lens is like one shot of the things there you can integrate into your application, and you can further fine tune that image to so that your machine learning model work in that, because you have trained your machine learning model on a pixel higher pixel image, but you get from farmers is because of the handset you might get a different image. So there you can do any specific translation, real time translation you can convert, just integrate your language specific thing. And even terms of like your intent based search also you can integrate in your application as well. Specific to conversation, like you can directly integrate your chatbot and all that specific from the Google My Business itself. You don't have to leverage like high SaaS product itself that are available into like Google Cloud as API itself. And then there is specific two products there we can work directly work with the village peoples. They're like specific to the Bumblebee. So if you are developing a app, how you will be guiding farmers to use that app, what are the important features in that app, what is the like mandatory things they have to provide, what is the payment stuff, from where they check. So how you provide that particular one workflow. So our Bumblebee is one product there, you just create your app, how it will work, you just give a introductory video to the audience whenever they land into your application, so they can seamlessly work with the application, and it might be in their own native language as well. And then specific to the camera go, so they're like specific you enhance the image quality. And there is one another product that is like Taskmate. It is like specific me as a Agritech, I am working on the specific data collection. As of now I want to go with that state, and I want to know what is that particular stage of this crops, or any store I want to open, what is the landfall in particular that area, how many village surrounding it that. So you people sitting into AC offices, you can't get that information. So what you have to do, you have to send your field team, so they get actual field data. So there we have service like specific one product Taskmate. So in that what we have done, we have done partnership with the public and some customer specific startups as well, who works with the gig workers or even students. And in Taskmate we work with the students, like you can be act as a Taskmate runner as well. So there you comes to the platform, we will verify and you are a student, and then you can perform this odd job, like 1 hour 2 hour job, and then you will be able to finish this. And Taskmate is not specific to the like non-tech works. It also like Google directly work with the like people desk related jobs as well, like any machine learning complex workflow need to be trained, and we take help from the other people as well. So they are like we directly closely work with them. And now comes to the low code app platform. Like in my your store owner might be not like you are working with one state, and there you have 1,000 store owners. So for each store owners, like you will be a note specific, like there is other workflow, there might be supply chain, there might be like specific to the seeds, and there might be like distribution things that you are working. So how you design app particular with that task in your hand, without like any too much commercial, like to hire Android or mobile iOS devices, it will cost too much, and Agritech might be not having that budget at all. So there is like our low code app platform, there you can develop apps from Excel sheet and even some of like MySQL, or you can connect to another formal data, transactional data source as well. And there will be like, you can see this is the UI, and like any business folks also can design. If they know the what is the flow of information, they can design their flow very clearly with this app. And you deploy, and like you will be able to learn even chatbot, OCR, like specific scanning need to be done. You can build that type of machine learning into app as well. There is no data scientist required for that. So this is complete Agritech vision. So we have like other cloud services where you host your application, how to make sure your workspace, like how to effectively work with your scattered workforce, and how to work with the payments, farmer experience. Like suppose any farmer is joining into your lending platform, you might be needing some document to process like loan. So they might be not having all the field. They just have to click the picture and just upload it. So you will be able to parse it. So like we have document AI services where like all the records, whether it's your PDF, it's your Word document, even with sentiments also, you can capture that into JSON as well. And this is like Google research product. We are doing selective partnership in that area and directly working with government in terms of soil carbon, crop type, field segmentation, and disease. That will be like field segmentation is already available as API from Google Cloud. You can directly put the coordinates and you will be able to see exact field shape into a UI itself as API as well. And these are like specific to customers I want to highlight. This is like Kishan network. So they were having specific to the like they want to coordinate with the other store owners, and they need app. So they work with the app sheet, and based on their workflow they design the app. So they have not hired any specific developer to maintain that app. Even business people can manage that. And now comes to the Agrostar. So Agrostar is like have well good funding as a agri-tech, and they have their own manufacturing of the seeds, fertilizers, and specific to pesticides, and they work into specific to the crop advisory as well. Like specific, they train their model based on like, so they have direct app where farmer interacts and people like farmer upload their pictures that this is specific thing, this is the stage, and this is the image looks like. Is this a disease or something else, like it is due to excess cold or excess heat wave this is happening, but what should I do? So they advise farmers. They have big call center for agri-tech, and they are agri doctors, they call that as agri doctors. And now they are working on specific to make a lending platform as well. And one of the problem statement the agritech has given to me is like, they have lot of stores, like 5,000 stores across India they are working, but in that store they don't own the self, and they want to know what is the product and what is the footfall sold across this particular stores, how we can solve this problem. So how we can grow our growth in particular that area, what are the ways like we get footfall. So there like one of our specific comes to the map API, so that provide footfall into particular area, and based on that they can have task made. So I am working with like one of the partner there. They have assigned task for, they actually verify that thing, that this is the particular footfall that you are looking, and they can find out this is accurate for 2 3 states, and they can take it at India level itself. And they are using lot of BigQuery for like inventory forecasting across the store, and all the like specific weather forecasting they are working to find out statement of truth so they can have. And eventually they said that they are working on specific to the loan lending to farmers as well. They are building a a loan lending platform for specific to the farmers as well. And these are like specific how disease detection happen, you upload the picture. So these are solved case studies, publicly case study with the Google itself. That's all. And there are like other customer in agritech. specific into post harvest. They work directly with the farmers, like in your surrounding as well. You see they like farm to seed to farm, seed to the like your self. So this is like the things they directly work with the farmers on the advisory, how to which crop to grow, and specific what are the like soil contents, and guide them all the phases. They take their yield and they themselves send it to the markets, and so they just cut out the middleman margin. All the profit directly goes to the farmers in that case. And there are like 2 3 non-startup agri-tech in working in that area. So I am done, and over to Silpesh now.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. This is Shilpesh Shah, Senior Solution Architect with AMD. Let me just start my presentation. I hope my screen is visible.
So Silpesh, we can't see your screen. Yeah, it's coming
Okay,
up.
I think it's now.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Okay, thank you for joining, and I would not take much time of yours. So I will just explain, where or in what scenarios you can use AMD technology or AMD based Google Cloud instances. So first of all, I have already covered AMD EPIC CPUs. So just a short brief on that. AMD EPIC CPUs provide the best scalability and best performance in the cloud, and you can use these C2D, N2D, T2D instances which are currently available on Google Cloud for your instances. Okay, so you can launch your instances based on these processor, as compute. So the best thing is, we have these instances. We have the largest scalability in the cloud available today with N2D, which is 224 vCPUs, with C2D, which is compute optimized 112 vCPUs, and with T2D, where we have scalability up to 60 vCPUs. So in Agritech, in case you are going to build your own instance, say there is a lot of data that gets collected through sensors, through a lot of other things, that Neelam spoke about. So if you are doing capturing all that data in your own database, which you are going to deploy on say a particular instance, then you can use these AMD instances, and it can provide a lot of scalability from compute and memory perspective for your application, or for your database, etc. And it can provide that kind of compute requirement. Okay, so that's what we do, and you can while you can use built-in databases, etc., which is easy to use. There are some situations where you might want to create your own instance and create your own application databases, etc., etc. You can leverage this kind of infrastructure. And apart from that, if there are any queries, we are there. You can always reach out to us. Thank you.
Hello. Yeah. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Shilpesh.
Yeah,
So
hi,
thank you.
Mashika.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for this amazing session. So, guys, if you have any question, you can pin in the comment section below. else we can wrap up this workshop. Okay, so we don't have any such questions right now. There's a one question, just how to prevent theft in field.
Yeah, so I believe it has been answered,
Yeah,
and
if you
uh,
would like to add anything else in it.
no, I think that's how you can do it. Actually, you can add sensors, and or you can monitor from through sensors in case it is remote monitoring. Otherwise, obviously, you need to put a watchman there, which is not very economical. So yeah, sensors is the way to
Yeah.
go.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Silpesh. Thank you so much, Neelam, for this amazing session. And thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye
Thank
bye. Good
you.
evening. It's time to wrap up this workshop, guys. Thank you so much for being with us today, joining this amazing workshop. So, for more information and these workshops, stay tuned with Geeks for Geeks and follow us on our YouTube channel, Instagram, and all the social media. Thank you so much, guys. Good evening. Bye bye.